Welcome, travelers, to a new adventure. Today we'll be digging deep into the ancient secrets of Leviathan's Roost. So without further ado, let's jump headfirst into this epic journey. Hidden around the island are several entrances leading to a whole separate area buried deep below the castle. Nowadays, only few people know of its location or significance. Nothing down there has been tended to in a long time, which allowed vines and other plants to thrive in the sewers. A staircase leads us down to a secret exit for a quick escape. Choosing to venture further down the steps will bring us to the sewer system. These underground tunnels were not only a means to escape enemy forces, they also served a much darker purpose. But for now, let's free up some space, cause we're gonna need a lot of it. Instead of making the underground a linear area, I've built various pathways and tunnels leading to different locations. I've also spent way more time than I wanna admit building a simple statue. Currently, it's still missing a name, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. To the right of the statue lay a wide pathway guiding us further into the underground. I decided to stick to a stone pattern for this area, while adding leaves and greenery here and there to make the place feel abandoned. Venturing ahead, we come across the reason for the underground being hidden from the world. The prison. A structure designed to impede any attempt to escape. In times of war, prisoners who were thought to carry useful information were brought right here. Little did they know, they were never going to see sunlight again. Even now, decades later, the smell of death and disease lingers in the air. Since the Asturian kingdom rose victorious from the Great War, this place of cruelty was erased from the history books. Now that the prison isn't used for its intended purpose anymore, stashes of barrels, chests and other items are stored in some of the cells. After I finished building the prison's main structure, it was time to add lots of foliage like leaves hanging from the ceiling and vines spreading across the walkways. Opposite to the prison, we find ourselves another major location. This place used to house some of the guards. Laying out the foundation alone took me well over an hour. But in the end, it was worth the time. Just to add some extra bits of color, I made use of various spruce blocks throughout the whole area. Hidden in this place, we can also find a heavy door, which can only be unlocked through a special mechanism, to which we'll get to later in the video. Next on the list was actually decorating the place, starting by covering it in lots of greenery and adding minor details in every hallway. Of course, some custom rooms for the guards, and this place is starting to become really fun to explore. Now let's move over to the other side of the structure. To add some diversity to the locations in the sewers, our next area will be a natural looking cave that you can reach through several entrances. I decided to make a pathway looping around a pit in the ground, which will fill up with water later on. After texturing most of the build, I hand placed all of the blocks to make the cave feel as natural and smooth as I possibly could. Some glowberries and stalactites not only look amazing but simultaneously serve as a natural source of light. A few finishing touches and it's time to connect the area with different pathways. Moving over to the very end of this hallway, we find ourselves this lounge-like area leading to two hidden entrances. The first one being right up here in the storage room. Now let's detail the area by adding decorations such as armor stands, barrels and vegetation. And after we finish filling up the storage room, we'll build another hallway leading to the second hidden entrance. As long as you can stand the smell of the sewers, some benches allow you to take a well-deserved rest after traveling through the gloomy underground. Once we reach the end of this pathway, a lengthy ladder will guide us all the way to the top. Through a trapdoor on the ground, we emerge from the lighthouse. To enter the underground through any entrance, you have to walk through the castle gate first, which ensures that no stray sailor can accidentally find the sewers. Speaking of which, it's about time we finally connect them with the main part of the castle. After walking up the staircase, we find ourselves inside a storage room where we can reach two separate areas of the castle through secret tunnels. Right above it, I built a second kitchen, cause I believe the other one was just a bit too small to feed the entire fortress. Also, I just like building kitchens. The basement is also used to cultivate sweet berries, a popular garnish on Leviathan's roost. At this point, I started decorating all the places I'd left out from the previous episode or overlooked entirely. Well, since we now have two kitchens, we of course need a dining room, and what better place than right beneath the courtyard. I also realized I only had two bedrooms for the entire cooking and cleaning staff. Fortunately, I found a section in the castle that wasn't yet occupied and got to work on their chambers. The last thing I built was this cozy lounge area with another hidden entrance to the sewers. We know of the prison being kept a secret ever since the Great War, but it wasn't the only thing the Astorians were trying to hide. Behind a sealed door in the sewers, scientists were researching something the Great Order had outlawed in all of the kingdoms. 3 crystal shards will grant you access to the laboratory. They're hidden inside the castle and reveal a little teaser for the next big project I'll be working on. But for now, we have reached the end of today's journey. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a really fun adventure with lots of time and passion going into this build, so if you want to support my channel and watch more videos like this one, consider liking and subscribing. If you're feeling extra generous, you can download this build now on my Patreon and explore it for yourself. I now also have an Instagram account if you want to follow me there as well. I appreciate all of you and I'll see you in our next adventure. Only few people know of its location or significant. Some Spaniards, what are Spaniards, dude? Have any suggestion? Why can't, well,